So we learned enough about the HTML, CSS. So how to create the HTML blocks and how to apply the styles for that. Okay, and how to do the responsive and what are the properties we already have in the CSS. Like the advanced topics also we learned, right? Animations, display flex, display grid, and 2D and 3D transformations. All we have done, right? So the basic things we can do. Okay, now we will start the JavaScript. So what is the mean by JavaScript? So this is the oldest one actually. So this is the programming language for the web. We'll do the client side validations and anything like any functionality. So why we have to use the JavaScript first? So in the HTML CSS we can create a we can see like a human being. With the HTML we can create a bones and body and everything, and with the CSS we can apply the dress, glasses, hairstyle, so like that. And now with the JavaScript we can add the action to that, like walking, drinking, eating, running. So that functionality we can add with the JavaScript. So how we can add that functionality? So suppose if you have to add any JavaScript that functionality, right, you need to do like this. So first so we are applying with through the styles for the styles, right? For the JavaScript you need to add script tag over here. Copy it and we will create a new file. And this is a empty style tag, you should close here. And we are adding the script, right? So for Java, if you want to add the JavaScript for the HTML page, just add the script tag. That's it, like this script tag. Okay, and close the head tag and open the body tag, close the body tag and close the HTML. So this is a basic HTML page we are creating. This save as whatever is okay. First JavaScript, first JS, okay, and save as type hypertext markup language. So JavaScript also we can add internally, okay, but sometimes we have to add the script to the end of the body. So why we have to? So suppose we can add here, or else we can add end of the body as well. Sorry, before the body ends, like this. Why we should add? Because we have to add the functionality once the element is existed in that page. Suppose I have one div and I have some hello text is there, and I have to add some functionality to the div. So if I am adding the script here, right, like before it, so the normal some normal cases it will work, but sometimes it won't work. So if you are adding the script here, so how it will execute? It will execute line by line. So it goes through like this. But so if you are adding some functionality with respect to that ID or a div element, so it will execute before it was presented in the page. So it will execute line by line, right? First, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So next comes to the fifth line, and it will check if that element is there or not, because it will go line by line, right? So the element was presented here. So that's why we have to add the script tag at the end of the body, so that it will be better for us, so that we will make sure that the element is actually presented, then only we'll be adding the functionality to that. So that is the use of the script tag. If anybody asks in the interview like why should I add the script tag at the end of the body, why should not, sometimes it will work, sometimes it won't work, but best practice is like this only. So now we'll see how to write a simple JavaScript. So now we have the element, and so we'll open this page first. Okay, we have created the hello, right? How it is coming. So desktop HTML tutorial, and we created the first JS. Open it, open with Chrome. So once we have opened, you can see the hello text here. So you can see this element is the HTML body structure that we can see. And if you want to expand You can expand, and if you want to check the styles at the right side, you can see the styles. So here, what is the element width, what is the element height, what is the padding, border, margin, everything we can check. So we are good with the HTML and CSS. And how about the JavaScript? How can we check and do the validations or anything? So that for that part, this console is there. So this is the console part to check the JavaScript functionality. Like I actually that engine was already built in the browsers, so we need no need to install anything to run this JavaScript code. Directly you can run. This is the runtime. You can check here, and you can also write here also. Suppose I'm doing like this console.log or alert. Let's say alert means, this is a like pop-up, it will show you. So we'll say good morning. So save it, and you can check when we open this page. So this alert will come. This page says good morning. Okay, like this we can add the functionality to the pages using this JavaScript. So if you have to add the JavaScript, right, the functionality and everything, you need to know what type of operators, what type of variables, and what is the syntax to use. That we have to know about it, right? So that's why we have to learn this JavaScript, like how to. So in the HTML, we can select the elements with the tag name, or else with the ID name, class name, everything. And in the CSS also, we can apply the styles with particular to the class name, ID name. If it is class, like dot, if it is ID, with the hash, we are going to select it. In the same way, in the JavaScript also, if you have to apply any style to the particular element, we can select the elements with this ID name, class name, tag name. So that, so suppose I will create a element. So first I'll give this div class equal to some ID, like my ID I'm giving. Follow the camel case syntax. First should be small letters and next will be capital case. Now what I have to do, I want to change this text. I want to change this hello text to the hello world or good morning message. Okay, first we'll do, we need, if you want to select any element, this element, right, you need to select with the class name or ID name. First we will give it the ID. So this is the syntax: document dot get element by id of. Insert this, what is the ID name, you should copy here, copy this and paste this. And you have to change the text of it, right? So it is inside the HTML. So that's why one method is there to change the inner HTML text. You need to add this inner HTML. So document dot means in this document, get element by ID. Select that elements with this ID, which are the element with the ID. So there inner HTML, inside this whatever the text is there, that I want to change. So what the text you want to need. So this is the standard syntax. Inner HTML, inner will be small and HTML will be the capital letters. And you can give the text here, like what we will give. This is the JavaScript, first JavaScript example. First JavaScript example, you can say. Okay, double quotes, and you need to give the semicolon after ending of the if statements. Okay, if you don't give also, that will work in the modern browsers, but if you are working with for the like older browsers also, like 8 or 9, it will throw some errors, syntax errors. So remember to have this semicolon after every ending of the line. So now refresh it. Now you can see good morning, and the script tag document dot get element by ID of my ID. So we'll copy it. You can add it in the console as well. Cannot set property of null, setting inner HTML. So you can see this error, right? So why it is coming? Because we are adding the functionality before it is actually there. So here we have defined and here we are calling it. That's why it is showing the error. That's why you need to add the script tag after this element so that it will work. If it is present only, then that functionality will work. Without present, which element it will take, so that we need to think of it. So after this element, you can place the script and save it and run. Now you can see this functionality is working properly. Okay, see in the elements, if you want to check this functionality inside the head section, sorry, here in the script tag, expand it, you can see whatever the code we have added, you can see that. And always remember, like if that element is there, that time only you need to add some functionality. Without checking if you are at right, their code will break. So this is the normal way we can do. And not only this inner HTML, we can also change the font size or something with the dynamically with the JavaScript. Suppose I want to add some font size and color, so that time what I have to do, the same way you need to add like this document.get element by id, copy it, document.get element by id dot style dot font size. I need more some font size font size equal to I need 50 px, means I want to increase the size of the text 50 px. Okay, refresh it, document dot get element value of style dot font size 35 50 px. I think some syntax error, font size maybe font hyphen size or like that. We'll copy it. If it is a font syntax error or anything, check the console. You can see the errors here. First, we will copy this document and the element ID of my ID. That paste it here. 50 px it is returning. Document correct on then get element by ID. Font size S should be capital. Sorry, S should be capital. You need to follow the syntax properly. Then only it will work. Font size. Yeah. Now you can see. So like this, we can change the style or anything, dom, everything, document object model, everything we can do. And showing and hiding also we can do. Suppose a button is there, and by clicking on that, if you want to show or hide this text, let us create a simple button. So as of now, if you want to comment this JavaScript, right, you need to give the slash over here. Okay, then it will convert into green and you can understand that this is a commented code. Now we will create one button button and I'll give type equal to button, and on click, what should happen, on click equal to you can create a method, or else as of now we haven't started the functions yet. Here only I will give on clicking of that, what should happen, on click is a method to add the click functionality to the particular button. Here you need to give document dot get element by id of, what is this, my id, right, copy it and what I have to do, I want to show or hide. So for that I will create another div. So first I will create a h1. Okay, and here I will give show. Okay, now by clicking on this I want to hide. So by default how it is coming, and without this it is how it is coming. I will show you. So I am default I'll give the show. I will just comment this. If you want to comment the HTML file, you need to comment over here. Okay, like this. We will check how it is coming first. Now this show text is coming. Okay, now I want to have some button, and by clicking on that I want to hide this. So what I have to do for that, document.get element by id of my id. Here you need to remember we are using the double quotes here, right? So if you are using the double quotes outside of it, you need to use the single quotes inside the function, like this. My id dot, so this is a style, like showing or hiding the element is style, right? So that's why dot style dot display equal to block. Sorry, if you want to hide, you need to give display none. If you want to show, you need to give display block. So as of now, by default it is showing, and by clicking on the button I want to hide. So what the property we should give? Display none property. Display none. And double quotes. Here the double quotes was started now. Here. So end here. Okay. And you can give the button name. Click here to hide the show heading. Okay, close the button tag here, butt button, and save it and run. Now this text is showing, and we have to click here to hide this element, to hide the show heading. So now click this. Now it is hiding. Actually the element of ID of this ID you should give show ID. Okay, this element only we need to hide, right, by clicking on that. So like this, click here to show hiding. Now if you're clicking on it, this will hide. So like this we can add the small functionality with the JavaScript, DOM manipulations, everything we can use. So and so as you ever, like, we'll be using the script tags only to add the functionality. Script open, script close. Okay, and if you want to add it, the head tag, same thing you can add, but you need to remember that element is actually present, then only we have to add. Okay, that is one thing. And how to add an external file. So this is called internal JavaScript. So we can add, so this is inline JavaScript. Okay, so how we are adding the CSS, like internal, inline, and external, JavaScript also same. So if you want to add the external JavaScript file, right, inside here you need to give this script. Text should be small. Script source equal to, you can create one file and you can add the file name here. So the same thing. So here I have created the inline, right? Sorry, this internal, right? So I will create a new file. And cut this JavaScript from here. Control X and remove the script tag here. No need of this in the internal. I need an external separate file for the JavaScript. So here paste it and remove the empty spaces and save it. When you save it, so here you can create one JavaScript file folder JS, and inside that JS you can save this. This is script, my script or something. You can save my script, and save as type means it will be JavaScript file. So it is not a HTML, it not a CSS, it is a JavaScript file. So select the JavaScript file, save as myscript.js, and you can see the commented was highlighted in green and the document was highlighted in red. So like that, the syntax is also very easily to configure and easily flexible. And here you should give the file name. What is the file name here? Insert the JS folder. Inside the JS folder, what is the file name? myscript.js. myscript.js. What is the extension for the JavaScript? JS. JS means what? JavaScript. Save it and run here. Cannot set property of setting HTML. So here the same problem with the before creating of a button only we are adding the script. That's why it is showing the error. So that's why we need to add it after this element. So before the body tag, okay, like this. After that, so now you can see the functionality is working fine, and font size is increasing. So in the other external JavaScript file, what we have done, the inner HTML we are changing, and font size also we are increasing. Okay, and So what is the benefits of the external JavaScript advantages? So it separates the HTML code. It separates the HTML and this code. It will be look cleaner, and it makes the HTML and JavaScript easier to read and maintain. So if you have separate file, right, it is easier to read and maintain. And script, you can also add the other JavaScript files as well. Now so by using of the external style sheet, you have another another advantage also. Suppose you are using that script in this file only, and you want the same functionality to be applied in the other file. So that time you need to write it again, right? But if you have a separate file, then in this file you can import it, and other file also you can add, so that in the both the files it can be reusable. So these are the advantages. Reusable, easy to read and maintain, and it separates the HTML and code. Okay. And you can not only give like this in inside the folder only, like we can give the external script also. Suppose you want any external styles like www dot something, w3schools.com, some JavaScript is there, the external file also you can add, so with the same syntax only. So for the styles as well as for the JavaScript, we can add internal, external, and inline. Okay. And so if you want to check the output, right, what are the methods available in the JavaScript? What are the display properties we have? We will learn about that. So grid I'll close, flex, whichever we are not using as of now, I'll close this. Yeah. So what are the display possibilities we have, that we will learn about? Display possibilities. What are they? So why we will use? So if you want to display some data in the browser, different ways we can have. So one of two of the ways we already shown you, like inner HTML. This is one way, or alert. So that in the browser we will be showing that. So these are the two ways, and we have another way also. So we will discuss inner HTML. We already done. Okay, console log also we already done. Console.log also we already done, and we have another two as well, document.write and window.alert. So we already learned about this. So inner HTML is to write into some HTML element. If you want to change the content, then you can make use of this inner HTML. And console.log means if you want to write into the browser console, then you can make use of the console log. We will get that examples as well. And document.write. So document.write means if you want to writing into the HTML output, means it will overwrite existing HTML content with this document.write. If you want, you can use. And we have window.alert. Alert box I already shown you like how to use that. Just use this alert method, that's it. Okay. So we will learn about the document.write and console.log. Okay. Now in my script.js, so I'm giving some text, console.log. Hey, this is text from some console. So you can save here, and where it will come in the console section, it will come. Refresh it, and you can see in the console this text is coming. So this is the one of the way to output the uh, values or anything like data, you can say. And we have another thing which we already discussed, document.write. Document.write. This is document.write method. So we will see how it is coming. So the meaning itself, we have document dot write. It will override the present document that content whole with this document, or else document dot write. Yeah, you can see here, this is document dot write method, and the functionality also working. So if you want to write something, you can go with this one of the methods. And if you want to have some functionality also, we can do. So how we can use document dot write. Here you need to pass some, if you have some calculations also, like this 1 plus 2. So like this also we can do. You can see 3. So like this. Okay, this is the different output, and alert also same, and window dot alert also same. The both are same only. See, save here and check. See, the text is coming. Okay, and window dot alert also same only, but it uses the window API. That's it. Window methods and properties it will use. Sorry. See, here also it is coming. So like this, alert, window dot alert, or console dot log, or document dot write. So these are the possible ways. Okay, and console dot log already we know. Next, how the JavaScript look like, the statements. So how we can create a statements in JavaScript. So what do you mean by statements? Statements are nothing but whatever the JavaScript we are writing, those lines will be calling as the statements. So suppose here you are writing this something, right? So suppose I want to declare something like a variable. So there are keywords, I will explain you. Variable a equal to 10. So we are defining a variable which is the value equal to 10, or else I have some variable b equal to 20, and I want to get the sum of both variable c equal to a plus b. So this is called one statement, this is called one statement, this is called one another statements. So these are the statement steps we have. And we can say that a JavaScript statement can be composed of values, operators, expressions, and keywords. So you can see the keywords as well. Keywords, expressions, and comments also, if you say. So that all the combination of this will be called as a JavaScript statement. Values, operators, expressions, keywords, and comments. Okay. Next, and we should remember the semicolon whenever you are creating and declaring any variable, as we need to add a semicolon at the end of the each executable statement. This is a standard way. Okay, and if you have a multiple statements, also you can write like this. Now there is a no restriction to go to the next line here, or like this also you can add in the same line itself, but semicolon separated. This way also we can add. Okay, and white space, right? Like you can add the white space to your script to make it more readable. So generally, if you have like next line only, then it will be readable, easy to understand. And also here before giving the 20, I gave the space. Why I have gave the space? Because it looks cleaner. So that's why you need to write it in a cleaner way. Give the white spaces wherever it required. And if you want line breaks or everything, and see and give if you want. But we should not break in between the keyword. If you are breaking the line here, no, it won't work. So see, if you are breaking line here, then it may be somewhat meaningful, but if you are breaking the line here itself in between the keyword, it may not work. So before giving the breaks, see that. Okay. And whenever you are creating anything, right, suppose I have some variable like this variable, and some, if you are giving the variable name, don't use the keywords. Like where, what are the keywords we have, like console, window, document dot write, or let constant. So don't use kind of this keyword, just to give any other thing other than keywords. Use any other things. So what are the keywords we have? For example, we can say where, let, constant, if, while, while, try, catch. So don't give these keywords for the variable names. Okay, instead give the other names. So it will be a problem when the code is executing. Okay, and the syntax will, we will learn about the syntaxes, JavaScript variable, how to create a variable. Okay, syntax we will learn. So if you want to create any variable, right, you can give like this variable x equal to 10. And if you want to use that variable where you want, right, just to use, suppose console.log, I want to print this x value, or I want to add this x plus y to the z. So like this you can define x value, and whatever the value you want to see here, the variable name you should give here x. So like this is called declaring to create the variables, and here we are using it. Here you can give z. So here you are create another variable y equal to 20. Okay, I'm giving here z equal to x plus y. Here I am defining the z variable z, and z equal to x plus y. Two values I am combining. So here we are using it. So this is the usage of the variables. These are the creation of the variables. Okay, and we'll have the strings and numbers. So basic things. So if you want to create a number variable, then you can use variable x equal 10. But sometimes you want to create a string, then variable str equal to, you can give like in double quotes or single quotes, hello, this is string. Okay, this is a string, semicolon. So in the JavaScript file itself we will create. Okay. So generally, well, the variable declaration we will do at the top of the Java file so that it looks cleaner. Okay, and we are make sure in that the variables whichever using later, it will be defined before using of that. So it will be good practice to add before using of that. So a equal 10 is there, and I'm creating variable string equal to str equal to, this is the string. You can give the single quotes or double quotes, give the semicolon. Okay, now I will write console.log. Console.log, I want to see this variable. This is a number value. So here we need to give a equal to, and here give the comma, give the a, and now we have to give the string. This is the string, and whatever the variable name str equal to, and this is the string. So in the double quotes you can give whatever the text you want, and you want whatever the variable you want to print. For the variables you should not give the double quotes. If you are giving the double quotes, it will read that as a string. Now you can check in the console. This is a number value a equal 10. This is a string, and we have given only the string variable which we have defined here. So that way that content will come here. So the content is string equal to, this is the string a, and this is the number a equal 10. Okay, and we are not giving anything like this is a is a number, a string is a string type. Dynamically it will take. So if you want to check it dynamically, you need to write type of a. Type of a is a number, and type of str, whatever we are created variable, that is a string. So like this, in the console itself we can check how it is working and everything. So this way we can create our variables, and we can use the arithmetic operators also to complete that values. Okay, here you can give like this, as I told you, let our variable a equal to 20 and variable b equal to 10. Now I am giving variable c equal to a plus b, and now I want to print the c value. Just to type the c, and you can see the value 30. Okay, automatically it will do this JavaScript operations also. So here you can see a value 20, b value 10, and we are giving variable c equal to a plus b. We are combining, and if you are giving this, if you have to print the c value, you need to give the c and enter, then you can get this c value. And when you are returning variable a equal 20, it will only return the undefined, but you can if you can access the a, then only you can get that a value. Now type the a and clicking on enter, you can give the a value, and type the b and click on enter, you can get the b value. So like that. Okay, we can do the JavaScript expressions as well. Now I want a into b, so a asterisk will be into a into b. So what is the value? 200. Or else I want a minus b. What is the value? 10. So like this JavaScript methods also we can do. And sometimes I want after the string, right? This is a string, that method is, give the string text. So this is coming, this is string, and after this string I want to add some extra string. So that purpose you can use the plus operator. Plus is nothing but a concatenation operator, and if you have to add some particular string, right, you need to give it in a single quotes. Hello, good morning or something, you can give hello world in single quotes, and at the end of the statement you should give the semicolon. Now you can see the entire text, this is the string, and we have added manually with this plus, right? Plus means a concatenation. First for the string this text also will add, so that is called concatenation. If the class ends now, we'll continue tomorrow. Okay, and or else join back, we will continue some more time. Okay, join back if the present meeting ends. And like how to comment the JavaScript, we learn already about CSS comments and JS comments also. If you want to comment this line, we are doing this double slash symbol, right? But if you have to add the multiple lines, if you want to comment the multiple lines, you have to do like this slash asterisk, and till here I want to comment, so till here you need to give like this, and next statements will be available like this. Okay, if you want to add a one line itself, you can use a double slash. If you want a set of lines to be commented,